Alright, so I had another little incident with the lid. The Yasha Goby managed to jump out of the tank. So I have to safeguard it now with some finer mesh here on the edges. Because I think what happened was the Yasha Goby was glass surfing the side and kind of just launched itself out. So hopefully if I add this to the sides, it will prevent that from happening. Do it from the sides and also the front. So yeah, let's get into that right about now. Boom, done. Got the fronts and the sides protected. I'm just holding it on with some silicone there. Again, this lid is not pretty, but it is functional. So yeah, this is like the 4th revision now of this lid. It seems like just constantly can't get it right, but I think now we're good. This should keep the Yasha Goby from getting out or any other small fish. So here's the goby after I threw it back in the tank from the ground. The cat was playing with it, so it's kind of freaked out right now, but it made it. So I was getting tired of making 5-gallon buckets of salt water all the time to replace, because I'm doing automatic water changes. So I think right now I'm at a gallon a day. I'm changing out 45-gallon system. So I need a bigger reservoir. Let's do it. In comes the 20-gallon brute trash can. Pretty much gonna do the same idea here, just store 20 gallons of salt water. Okay, inside I have a power head that'll mix the salt up as I pour it in. I'm also gonna put a small pump in here that'll pump water from here into my 5-gallon that's underneath the tank cabinet area. Okay, to make sure this all goes smoothly, I need to install a float valve to my RODI system into the trash can. Gotta drill a hole for it. Drill it there about. So it's not gonna be a full 20-gallon, but it should be close enough. Maybe like 19. Alright, let's get to that. Okay, hole is drilled. Float valve is secured. Might have to adjust it, not sure yet, but we'll find out. Simple, to the point. Got a rubber washer on that side. Hopefully it keeps the water from getting out. We'll find out. I have to add some silicone later. Next up, I need to drill a hole for a giant funnel so I can easily pour my salt into the bin as it's mixing. So I drilled the hole. I had to make it a little bigger than 2.5 inches, so that way it could easily slide in there, but I got it. I also got a rubber plug. You'll see on the right hand side there after I'm done, just to kind of put there. I'll use some tape just to hold it on, but it serves its purpose. So plug out, funnel in, pour the salt, let it mix, bada bing bada boom, we're in there, baby. Okay, here's my RODI setup. I have the yellow side going to my 5-gallon bucket, and then the blue side here is going to the 20-gallon reservoir, so I can switch it. This is after the DI resin filter, so after DI, then I distribute where I want it to go. After some time, I let the RODI fill up, so now I got a full bin of DI water. Float valve works, stopped as it should. So now I need to add the salt. Nothing much to it. Take your salt, take your giant funnel, and start pouring. Now remember, I have the power head on right now, and I also have the airline. I have an Airstone airline running as well. I don't know, I like to keep an Airstone in there. Always running at all times. It's actually coming from outside air too, so pH should be elevated inside the bin over time. So yeah, just keep adding salt with your giant funnel until you get your recommended level of salinity, which in this case I'm going for 35 ppt, but I'll actually put a little more See, there's still some salt residue, so I have to adjust the power heads here. I think I adjusted it to shoot like straight out instead of down, and that salt dissolves pretty quickly. But I like to mix a little bit saltier, so I'll go 36, because I notice over time my tank loses salinity, like ever so slightly. Alright, so I added salt, a good amount. Now I'm going to check the salinity before I add any more. I don't want to add way too much, and then I'll have to add more water, and it'll be really full, so let's see where we're at right now. And then I'll add salt gradually. Take a little sample over here, give it a little read. And 33, okay, so I want to get to 35 or 36, so I need to add some more. Okay, round 2, let's get a little sample here. A few little drops. Wait for the bubbles to pop and read. 35, alright, we are good. Alright, now the final step here is to turn on the line for the pump inside the reservoir, so I can pump it into my 5-gallon reservoir underneath the tank here. So turn that, so these are both on. And I have my pump set up to the 3rd spot here. So pump inside the 20-gallon. It's number 3, turn it on. It should start pumping water from the 20-gallon into this 5-gallon, and it does. So we have success. So now I have 25 total gallons of salt water at any given time. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for sticking along the ride, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.